Buenos dias. Long time no speak. Yeah, so I haven't made a YouTube video in a long time. Haven't sat here talking to the camera in a long time. So sorry if I'm a little bit rusty. I'm here to explain why and my plans for this channel moving forward. Hopefully, but I'm not making any promises because, as we have seen, I cannot keep them. I want to start off by talking about 2025 because 2025 went really bad, okay? It was a very bad year for multiple reasons. I will tell you a couple of them. The rest are secret. At the beginning of 2025, I got a mental health diagnosis. This was not good news, okay? I know everyone's like, oh, you finally got a diagnosis. That's great. Great, cool. Didn't want it. Don't want the diagnosis. Who wants that? Do you know what I mean? If they come back and be like, no, you're actually not, you don't have all these problems. Or like, you don't fit the criteria for like, blah, blah, blah. I would have been like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But they were like, oh, actually you do. So yeah, I don't know why I found it so hard to process, but I did. So got that at the beginning of last year. That was like a big, I don't want to say disappointment. It was a big shock, I would say. No, shock's not the right word either, because it's not a big shock, because it's like, well, obviously there's something wrong with you. It was more just like a big realization. Okay, this is real. Okay, I have to deal with this. Okay, I have to get treatment, that kind of thing. So that was the beginning of last year. Then I went to America for, I think it was only like 10 days, just to go to a little festival, Beyond Wonderland, and I had a really good time. But spending the time, I was on my own a lot, spending a lot of time on my own, it was a lot of time to think. And, is that ever really a good thing? I mean, I guess sometimes. When I got back from America, me and Dom broke up. So we broke up in April last year. And if you didn't know, we were together for 4.5 years, I believe. So long time. I won't go into details, obviously, but I feel like any breakup is usually quite sad and can be quite complicated. And we own a house together, so it was even more complicated. And I think for me, it was just like my entire reality and the future that I had planned in my head was now changing, and it was all unknown and very scary and very horrible. So that was very hard for me. So yeah, tough time. Kind of went into a bit of a, I don't know, I mean, a little bit of a cuckoo bananas, okay? All right, I think that's fair enough. So yeah, we had a few months of, that was rough, getting through that. I restarted therapy last year because to deal with all of previously mentioned. So yeah, hard time. Still had a fun summer with my friends. I always do. Don't know what I'd do without my friends. But it was just like navigating this new reality of being single, and then also the diagnosis and new, life, living, future. It was just all of it. Like, it was just a lot. So that's why I didn't really make any videos last year, because I was just kind of rotting a little bit and trying to figure things out, and that's okay. Some other big changes happened as well near the end of last year, which were not ideal, all linked to me being a little bit cuckoo bananas. So again, more changes, more bad news. It was just a bit of a rough year, okay? I think I filmed a couple of videos last year, but it was really quite diabolically bad how little I filmed for YouTube. But that isn't the only reason I didn't film for YouTube. I think like short form content is what is popular right now. That's what everybody's watching right now. Not as many people are watching YouTube anymore. I don't get paid to make YouTube videos. I make them purely because I enjoyed making them and it was fun, and I liked filming fun things that I was doing and like sharing that. But obviously if you're in a bit of a hole, you don't really feel like doing that. So it was a combination of everything. I also lost a bit of confidence, I think, like filming and like especially vlogging in public. I got a little bit shy, so that was another reason. So when the new year came, I was determined to get better, feel better, things are already starting to look better. I have a boyfriend. He's great. Got like big changes happening to my living situation soon. Got a cool trip planned with all my friends. It's gonna be awesome. So like things are starting to look up. It's just like these things take time, especially when you have such a dip in your mental health. Trying to get back up to where you were is like not an easy thing to do. So I was determined this year to kind of like try and be better. So I was in therapy for almost a year, which is the longest I've ever been with one therapist. I had planned to film a lot more YouTube videos, but then I got some really bad news about my dad. He's really ill, and that kind of again threw another spanner in the works. So that's why I haven't really been filming, but I am planning on doing it. I do want to film more this year, not as much as I used to, because like I said, the vlogging, I'm not as confident with it anymore, and I don't want to like shove a camera in people's faces when we're just like having fun. So I'm going to try and vlog what I can, what I want to, and share more on here. If there's any sort of videos that you want to see, please tell me, because I don't know. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Do you know what I mean? At some point I want to do like a house tour. That'd be cool. My trip coming up, that kind of thing. But tell me if there's anything specific you want to see from me. Let me know. I'm going to try and post a little bit more regularly. I'm not going to promise anything. Yeah, working on a few things to improve my mental health. I think that's all, really. I'm doing my best, and that's all we can do. So yeah, thanks for listening to me rambling. That's kind of the gist of what happened last year and this year, and that's kind of the gist of what we're gonna try and be better and film more for YouTube. Okay, thanks, bye.